Hey guys, I just want to make a quick video that might not be a quick video of how I got into UCLA in honor of college app season being upon us, and also these schools. But really, I'm just going to be going over my transcript, like all the classes I ended up taking, my extracurriculars, so any clubs I did, any sports I did, also more specifically what I feel like a lot of videos miss out on, which is my UCLA supplemental, because sometimes UCLA will send you an email, and it's optional, but they do send you an email for any additional information that you may want to send them, which are in forms of supplementals. And I don't remember the question, but I can show you or tell you what I wrote for that supplemental. I don't know if this is in focus, but I hope it is. Okay, just to be more specific, I'm looking over at two things, looking at my phone, but also looking at my laptop to give you kind of the breakdown of all the classes I ended up taking, the APs I took. I also want to mention that I did take dual enrollment classes, so that might have helped in my application. Okay, so what I'm looking at is before I graduated, so I'm not sure if this is my final GPA nor my final class rank. But from what I do remember, I ended up graduating with a 4.3, 4.4 GPA, ended up being class rank number 9, I believe. What I had ended up sending to the UCs and also the two privates that I ended up applying to, I think I entered the 4.4 GPA, but my class rank was 12. But I do believe that most colleges don't take into account your class ranks. I'm not sure if that's true for Ivies. I didn't apply to any personally. Okay, so for my freshman year, I ended up taking 3 honors, 1 language, and some other classes. But I did take English honors, I took French 1, I took math honors, I took biology honors, I took beginning PE because everybody has to take PE, unfortunately, and I took child development, which is an elective that my school offered, which was part of a 2-year elective program, and at the end you would be able to work in a preschool, which I did end up doing. Okay, for each year that I have an AP class, I will be showing the AP score I got, and I just want to mention, no, I did not pass all my AP classes. I did pass all my AP classes, and usually with an A at that, but I did not pass all my AP exams because I did not study for those. So study for your AP exams. It'll actually probably be helpful. Okay, for my sophomore year, I did end up taking 3 honors, 1 AP class, and 1 language class. So I took English honors, I took French 2, I took English honors, chemistry honors, and AP European history, and then I had to take advanced PE because we have to do 2 years of PE. For all my classes that I took at high school, I did end up getting all A's, and because of the AP class, my grade was weighted, so at this point my GPA was a 4.5 maybe. It was pretty high at the time, but I did end up taking 3 college classes. I ended up taking fundamentals of music, intro to psychology, and I did take college algebra, which is typically math 105, but they were spread out. I did 1 in the fall, 1 in the spring, and 1 in the summer from sophomore to junior year, in between, which I totally forgot to mention. Unweighted, my GPA at the end of the year when I graduated was a 3.8, I believe. It was not a 4.0 because I started getting lazy. Okay, going into junior year, this is definitely the heaviest year, and when they say that junior year is hard, girl, because oh my gosh, this was a heck of a year. So during my junior year, I took 3 APs, 1 honors, and a language class, which is French 3. The classes I ended up taking during my junior year were AP English Language and Composition, French 3, AP Calculus AB, Anatomy and Physiology Honors, AP US History, and Medical Core 1, which is another elective that I ended up taking that is part of a 2-year program. But for this one, for the second year, at the end of the year, you do end up getting certified as a medical assistant, which was a really huge thing for me as someone who was applying in the sciences for the UC applications. Something to take into consideration when applying to the UCs is also the major you're applying with. For most of the schools that I applied to, I applied as a psychology major. But for UCLA and UC Irvine, I did apply as a biology major. Not a specific biology major, just a general biology major, but there's definitely different concentrations that you can apply into. Is that how you say it? I don't know. For junior year, I did not get straight A's. This is where we started going a little downhill. I did get a B my first semester because of AP Calculus. So I ended up getting a B+, but the rest of them were A's. And for my second semester, I did get a B- once again in AP Calculus. The rest of them were A's. And then for the summer, like going from junior year to senior year, I did take principles of economics, macro, and I took introduction to American government pol sci, which for both of those classes I did end up getting B's. We needed to wrap it up. The other 2 classes that I ended up taking during that same summer were graphic design A and graphic design B, which I guess they're like sister courses, so you have to take both of them, but they're both a little bit slightly different, but I did get A's in both of those. Okay, now for my senior year, my schedule was way more lax, I believe, just because a lot of the credits I had already finished and I was just trying to pick a schedule. My senior year's schedule consisted of AVID 12, which if you can take an AVID class, I cannot stress enough how much this class helped me, because I honestly I would have been completely lost in the application process without that class. It helped me so much, and my teacher was amazing. So if you can enroll yourself into an AVID class to help you for your senior year, it's so great. But the 2 college classes that I ended up taking, which I was able to take at my high school, luckily, was English 101 and English 104. The last AP I took was AP Statistics. Not my favorite AP, but I did take it. And then my last 2 classes were a medical assistant class and a careers with children class, which I'd mentioned before, they're both like 2-year programs. So these are the next 2 years of that 2-year program. I didn't say that right, but I hope you catch my drift. For my senior year, I did end up getting all A's, so thank goodness that ended up working out. Or I think I got all A's. Maybe the second semester for AP Statistics I did get like a B+, but I think I did get an A, so all A's there, I believe. Now for my extracurriculars. So for my extracurriculars, I didn't do much until my junior year, just kind of when you have that realization of, oh, I'm applying to universities and I should probably start doing something. So if you haven't started, that's completely okay, and you got this. The second semester of my freshman year, where I did cheer for that semester. It was really short. It was just the basketball season, but I did do that. And I think a little bit after my junior year, it was like the winter, I did do some wrestling, and from there on out I did do some golf, and I still do golf on casually. But it's something to mention if you have hobbies. They ask you about hobbies sometimes, if that's something that really affected your life, and I had mentioned those somewhere in my applications, I believe. I do knit and I do crochet on occasion, so I have that, and I do edit on occasion as well. For club specifics, I did end up doing 3 clubs, which is Mecha, Mathletes, and Code Blue. For Mecha, I ended up doing it
into like a community service category and a civil activism, or it fell into an activism category as well.
For Mathletes, I ended up doing 2 years of Mathletes. I did it my junior year just as a regular member, and for my senior year, I ended up being vice president. Now for my medical assisting club, which was the Code Blue the Code Blue Club, I ended up being the vice president for my senior year, sorry. I had a brain fart. Now for my PIQs, I will be displaying the questions I had chosen to answer, and also I'll be displaying my answers. I think I'll just leave them up on the screen so you can pause and read them. For my UCLA additional supplemental, I will also be displaying that on the screen. Okay, for some general advice that I'm going to be reading off my phone or else I would not remember it, I think. Oh wait, let me try to remember some of it. One of the things that I wrote was to take dual enrollment. If that is possible, it is a great thing to do, because I believe it really did amp up my application and it worked out really, really well for me. I also want to add something also very general. Do community service. For my applications, I had no idea that I had community service hours for some reason, but I did, and I did not put them down, and I really believe that would have helped with my applications, but I wasn't able to do that. But if you have no hours, I strongly encourage you to go do some hours. It's also just good for your community, so why not? I also want to add that when you're writing your PIQs or you're doing your Common App essay and things like that, I want to encourage everybody to write really honestly. And I know a lot of people say don't write like a sob story, right? You can add those details because they changed your life, like they altered the way you think or the way you do things, or it heavily impacted your academics. Write about it. There's like no shame in that. Like if it changed you maybe to be a better person, more honest person, write about it. Okay, now for mistakes I made. Oh my goodness. Number one, literally number one, is procrastination. I am such a procrastinator. It's so bad. And senioritis is real. But don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. It helps so much. And apply for scholarships. College is so expensive. Oh my goodness, it's so expensive. For this video, I also want to be super honest. I all the ones I got accepted to were the majority of my applications, but I did apply to one more school, which was USC, and I did end up getting rejected. So it's fine, like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, but that is also part of it. You'll get rejection letters, you'll get acceptance letters, you'll feel the highs and the lows of it, but at the end of the day, it's all good. I believe that is everything. That's like a whole breakdown of all my stats, my ECs, anything I wrote for my PAQs, my supplementals, and I just want to say that if there's any additional questions, you can leave them down below, or yeah, just leave them down below. And I will hopefully be able to help. Okay, I was super awkward about making this video. Okay. Anyways, that's it.